Are you in control of yourself? Or is your environment guaranteeing you'd be poor, unhappy, or alone? Whether you think you're in control or you think the environment is in control, you're 100% right. And if you want to take control and craft an epic life, then this video is for you. Hey, Jordan here, long time no see. You know my saying, helping you craft an epic life. And crafting an epic life is exactly what we're talking about today. This is internal locus of control. What is it, why is it important, and how to build it? Let's start from the beginning. What is locus of control and why is it important? Your locus of control is how much you feel you have control over the events that happen in your life. If you have an internal locus of control, that means that you believe that your behavior controls the outcomes that happen in your life. And if you have an external locus of control, that means that you believe that the events in your life are outside of your control. It seems like a benign belief, but it can have a massive impact in how you live your life. Let's start with having an external locus of control, believing that your fate is decided by chance, randomness, your environment, or anything that is outside of your control. If you're one of the people that believes that fate or the environment or God controls your life, and you're happy with that, there is no reason to change. So don't take this video as the only correct way to live. But from my experience, the people that I've seen that believe that the environment or luck or some other factor controls their life are not that happy. They're usually depressed, they're usually in a bad state, they usually don't know what to do. If you're one of those people, then this video is perfect for you. If you're one of those people, then being more self-reliant and moving your locus of control from the outside to the inside would be the best move for you. It is not necessary for everyone, but if you're in this specific category of people, this is something you should work on. And remember, this is a scale, this is not black or white. On one side is I'm in complete control of my future, and on the other side it is my future is completely random or determined by the environment. You're somewhere in between, you're never on one of the polarities. Being in one of the polarities might be taking it too far. So how building an internal locus of control might benefit you? By believing in your own capabilities and your abilities to change things, you can actively start shaping your life. By believing that you are the one that controls your destiny, something that many people naturally do, and you can get out of the dark side of your mind. No Star Wars pun intended here. So here are 3 steps to build your internal locus of control. Step 1, to being self-reliant and building your internal locus of control. Start small. Grab the low-hanging fruit. Fix the small annoyances and the small problems that you face during your day. Don't go out chasing the big things yet. Chase them eventually, but don't start there. Start with the small things. Start by fixing your messy desk, or cleaning up the fridge, or grooming yourself. Start making those steps towards establishing control of your day-to-day life, and then focus on the big picture. People who get interested in personal development often make the same mistake, and that is they try to tackle the big problems in their life. They try to tackle all of their goals and fix all of their issues in one big goal, and this doesn't usually work. This is because our day-to-day lives are a combination of thousands of small things and small actions. And if you try to change the big things without thinking about the small actions that make those big things, you will more often than not fail. So start with the small things. Start by setting yourself straight. Start by making your home look good. Once you are there, then tackle bigger goals. And then tackle bigger ones and bigger ones and bigger ones. And in no time, by just being consistent in those very small changes, you will realize that you are now in control of what happens to you. In conclusion, all the small things in your life are your life. So start by fixing those. Step 2, of being more self-reliant and building an internal locus of control. Watch your language. So by making sure that your language and attitude are the correct ones, you will be able to achieve more self-reliance. Let's start with an example. I'll show you 2 mindsets that are very popular in creators such as myself. I'll be a creator now, and people will love my videos. The problem with this mindset is that it is passive. It puts all the weight into other people. Everything that matters is how other people react. And that is something that you cannot control. If you measure your results by things you cannot control, you are tied to those things. They control you instead of you controlling yourself. So let's look at the other way to handle this exact same situation. I will make amazing videos. Now, this is an active mindset. It is about you making something in the best way possible. The results are based on what you make and not on other people's judgment. And this is the better way to measure your results. You can control how many videos you make. You can control how much practice you put in. You can control every part of this creative process. And you are focused on the part that you can control. This builds self-reliance. So let's make this example a little bit more generic. Focus on the things that you can control. Focus on the things that you can create. Focus on your own outputs, and make sure this focus is visible in the way you talk about this. The way you think and talk has a massive impact on your stress, on your sanity, and your self-reliance. So if you focus your thoughts, words, and emotions on the right thing, which is what you can control, you will build more self-reliance. Step 3 towards building more self-reliance and an internal locus of control. Change your attitude towards failure. Failure is fine, but let's step back from failure for a second. Think about learning. How do you learn? People learn by doing something and then getting feedback about their actions. And this feedback is usually the environment telling you, hey, the thing you did is great, or hey, the thing you did is stupid. If you want to learn something, you need to try different things. You need to find the ways that do not work. If you're afraid of feedback, it will be very difficult for you to be self-reliant. You need to realize that feedback is how you learn. It's nothing more than that. It's not something abysmally horrible that you should run away from. It's something that you should seek if you want to be better. Start slowly changing the way you think about feedback. And of course, how do you do that? Learn a new skill. Pick something easy, but something you have no idea how to do. Maybe cooking or playing an instrument. Start there and notice how many times you fail. It is extremely easy to get discouraged by failures in areas in our life that we feel competent in, but if it's something new, it's much less scary. So fail there. Get used to the emotion. Make mental notes every time it happens and observe your progress even though you're constantly failing. Soon you'll realize that failure isn't so bad after all. And by those many failures, you've learned something that you couldn't do before. And the good news is that if it works for a new instrument or a new skill, it works for everything. And you need to fail in order to grow. So embrace failure, accept that it is going to happen and that it is not that bad after all. Your past failures made you who you are, and because of them you're now much wiser and much smarter. So the wise thing would be to continue failing and to learn as many more things as you possibly can. So do that. That's it. It's so awesome to make videos again. Find the correct mindset for you, and if you feel bad, maybe building more self-reliance is a good step to take care of that. So work on that. If you need any help, make sure you join the Discord and subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot more helpful videos on this and many other topics that can help you craft that awesome life that you want. And yeah, stay awesome. Bye.
Subscribe to Jordan and stay awesome.
People learn by doing something and then getting feedback about their actions. A typical example might be you touch a hot stove and your pain hurts. You touch a hot stove and your pain hurts.